Anonymous Watch Guy here with a full review video. Quick wrist check. Wearing the Titoni C-Scoper today. Really cool watch. Great orange dial on that one. Today we are looking at a watch I unboxed here a couple weeks ago on the channel from Waldor Co. This is their first automatic watch that they've released. I think it is a really solid offering. And I really like the overall look of the watch. Wears very nicely on the wrist. And it's a pretty exciting release for Waldor Co. Again, their first automatic watch. Very classy, dressy piece. Great sizing on this watch. Good dimensions. This is a 39 millimeter watch. 39 millimeters. You've got a 20 millimeter lug opening. I measured it at right at or just under 47 millimeters lug tip to lug tip, 46.9, 47 millimeters lug tip to lug tip. So a very reasonable sized footprint on this one. You do have a push-pull crown there at the 3 o'clock position that is signed with the Waldor Company logo. Does give you 100 meters water resistance. It is 12 millimeters thick. So 12 millimeters thick on this one. You do have a very boxed, domed crystal there. Really domed crystal. It is a mineral crystal. It does have anti-reflective treatment on it. You can see you've got a really nice shot of that stepped dial. Anti-reflective treatment on that mineral crystal. Great looking crystal. Gives you some definite vintage vibes. To the watch, like the distortion. Great looking crystal on this watch. This is running the Miyota 9039 high beat automatic, no date movement, so no ghost dates on this one. 42 hours power reserve, 4 hertz movement, 28,800 beats per hour. But a really solid movement choice on this one. Love the kind of matte black dial. I like the depth that step down in the dial offers as well. Got that step look in the dial, where the handset sit in that kind of that recessed center portion of the dial. Gives the dial a nice depth and makes the dial a little more interesting than just a standard flat dial. You've got kind of a railroad track style minute track running around the outside there. All the printing is done in white, which gives you nice contrast against that matte black dial. You've got your Waldor Company logo printed on there beneath the 12 o'clock position and the Continual 39 automatic above the 6 o'clock. And that is it. Not a lot of text on the dial, which gives it a really clean look. I'm also a big fan of Romans on a dial. Really like the looks of Romans on dials. It's very classy. Makes me feel like I've got a Cartier without having a Cartier. High polish handset. Very high polished handset. No loom on this watch. As it is a dressy piece, no loom necessary, but very easy to read at a glance, no issues there, and just a really clean and classy looking watch. It is all 316L stainless steel. There is a rhodium plating on it that gives it kind of that really bright look, kind of brightens the overall appearance of the watch. Some nice finishing, some nice brushing on the sides of the case here. You've got kind of a high polished step up on the top of the case going up to your crystal there. Some nice contrast in the finishing between the brushing and the high polish on the tops of the lugs. But overall, finished very nicely. Some nice contrast in the finishes on the case finishing. Looks really nice, very nicely done. Lugs do curve down. Makes it wear very comfortably on the wrist. You do have a leather strap with kind of a faux crocodile or faux alligator kind of texture to it. You've got a contrasting white stitch. You've got one fixed and one floating keeper. And I really like the way they've made this, they finished this buckle as well. It goes really well with the case. You've got a brushed top of your buckle there with the Waldor Company logo signed. And then you've got a high polish on the buckle as well. So the buckle finishing matches the case finishing. I think that is a really nice touch. On the back here, you've got some more branding, Waldor Co. You do have natural leather. Really comfortable feeling in the back of the strap. It wears very nicely on wrist. You do get quick release spring bars on this one as well. This is a sapphire crystal on the back of the case, giving you a nice shot of that Miyota 9039 movement. Don't know if they put a little extra pizzazz on the bottom of the rotor there, kind of sparkly. Don't recall ever seeing one of that on a regular 9039. So that's Waldor & Co.'s own little touch there on the bottom of the rotor. But your standard Miyota movement, solid movement, no issues there. You've got some specs going around the back of that screwed-in case back as well. But a really nice, clean and classic-looking dress piece from Waldor & Co. Really nice to see them branch out into an automatic watch. Very nicely finished. Love the kind of retro vibes that big boxed crystal gives. And I think for the overall package and what you get some value for money here. The full retail price of this is $659 USD. It is available on the Waldor & Co. website right now. I will leave a link in the description of the video. But definitely my favorite Waldor & Co. watch to this point. I think they did a really outstanding job on this watch. And if you're in the market for a dressy piece, definitely consider this one. Definitely a good budget option, below $700 US. Definitely worth checking this one out. Let's take a look at what the watch looks like on my 7.5-inch wrist. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. You can see it wears very nicely. Plenty of space on my wrist. There's your down the barrel shot. You can see that 39 by 47. It's going to fit a lot of wrists. It's going to work for a wrist. Definitely smaller than mine. No issues at all. Great look on wrist. I love that contrast between that matte black dial and that stark white printing. Very legible, very easy to read at a glance. Really classy looking dress piece. Very comfortable on wrist. The strap is very nice. Definitely, again, see the finishing contrast on the buckle there as well. Looks great. The Waldor Co. Continual 39. Great first automatic watch from Waldor & Co. If you liked the video, give me a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.